It is the hottest week of the year. School is out, the pavement is soft, the air is thick, and 3 blocks away there is a dark room that someone has deliberately made cold, where the biggest movie of the year is playing every 90 minutes until midnight. You have seen this pattern your whole life. The loud films, the sequels, the men in capes, the exploding cities. They almost always arrive between May and August. The quiet films, the ones that win awards, tend to come out when the leaves are falling. Summer belongs to the blockbuster. But it was not always this way, and the reason it changed comes down to one movie about a shark. For most of Hollywood's history, summer was the season studios threw away. The thinking was simple. When the weather is good, people go outside. They go to the beach, they travel, they mow the lawn. Nobody wanted to sit in a theater. So studios saved their important pictures for the autumn and the holidays, and used the summer to quietly release the films they had little faith in. Then, in June of 1975, Universal released Jaws. The film almost did not get made. The mechanical shark barely worked. The shoot ran wildly over budget, and a young director named Steven Spielberg thought it might end his career. But Universal did 2 things that had rarely been done together before, and those 2 decisions matter more than the shark. The first was how they advertised it. Studios did not usually buy much national television time for a single film. Universal did. They spent a small fortune running Jaws ads on primetime TV across the whole country for several nights before it opened. For the first time, nearly everyone in America heard about the same movie at almost the same moment. The second was how they released it. Normally, a big film opened in a handful of theaters in a few cities, then slowly spread outward over months as word got around. Jaws did the opposite. It opened in hundreds of theaters at once, in every part of the country, on a single day in June. Put those 2 things together and something new happened. The whole nation was told about a movie, and then the whole nation could go see it that same weekend. There was no waiting for it to reach your town, it was already there. Jaws became the first film in history to earn more than $100 million at the box office. People went back to see it twice, 3 times, 4 times, and the studios, who watch each other closely, all learned the same lesson at once. There was a fortune sitting in the summer, and everyone had been ignoring it. 2 years later, a film called Star Wars opened in much the same way, in late spring, and shattered the record all over again. After that, the pattern was locked in. Summer was no longer the season you dumped your weakest films. It was the season you bet everything. And once you see why, the logic almost writes itself. Children are out of school for months, with nothing but free time and a craving to be somewhere. Teenagers can go to the theater again and again. Families are looking for something to do together in the heat. And there is one more thing, older than any of this. Notice it the next time you walk into a cinema in July. Movie theaters were among the very first public buildings in America to install air conditioning, back in the 1920s. For decades, on a blistering afternoon, the cinema was quite literally the coolest place in town, the cheapest way to escape the heat. That instinct never really left us. The heat pushes you indoors, into the dark, into the cold. So the Blockbuster did not choose summer because summer is glamorous. It chose summer because a shark movie proved you could tell an entire country about a film on one night and sell them all a ticket by the weekend. And because the weather itself does half the selling for you. That cold, dark room 3 blocks away is not fighting the heat outside, it is using it. The very thing that should keep you away is the thing pulling you in. Now you know.